Will WebRTC be supported in Hyperswarm for P2P in the browser? It's really like, we've created an application environment. And we've sort of said like the browser doesn't have those capabilities.
So yeah, it's interesting because I think this is a good question. Like, because why did we even make pair runtime?
Yeah, why not just use the browser?
Because the browser is very locked down.
Yep.
They can't do at any scale the things we needed to do to run peer-to-peer, which is why we're like, we need to make a runtime for making applications.
We had a transport protocol requirement, right?
Where you actually can do hole punching, you can run the primitives, and we can just let developers develop instead of having to worry about this stuff.
Yeah.
So the short answer to this is like, I'm sure, like it's all open source, I'm sure some developers can patch this together and make this run.
For sure, easily.
But it's going to run 1,000x, 1,000,000x faster and be more efficient on the runtime. And you definitely just want to use the runtime for this.
And it's going to get fiddly. It's going to get fiddly as well. But what we have done is like, we're using web APIs for desktop application development. So if you know HTML, JavaScript, and CSS, you can build apps on pair runtime.
Oh, super easily. That's why we say you just need good front-end developers.
Yeah.
And apps built on pair runtime have a lot of the ideas just supercharged by peer-to-peer that you have in browser applications. So it's very easy to deploy, much easier than a browser application.
Well, because you only have one browser, if you like.
And you're also just seeding into network. You don't have to run servers. And also apps in pair runtime have over-the-air updates. So users automatically get the latest updates through the apps, through this secure peer-to-peer data structures per default. So they don't have to download a new app or anything. Once they have they got introduced to your app through an installer or through the key that you shared to run it with pair runtime. They're just always up to date, which is what you're kind of also getting in a browser. Just here it's just supercharged 100x.
Yeah.
So
and in a browser, it doesn't necessarily tell you, like, you have to refresh the page and you might get the latest content.
Yeah, we have tons of APIs for interacting with that, making that super intuitive for users and developers.
To the level that you can implement something where things update in real time within the app without even refreshing the whole app. So it can get that deep. Yeah,
so definitely just move to a runtime, honestly. I'm just saying that I'm not saying as a developer, not even as a hole punch employee. So it's just way more fun and way more powerful, and forget about all the limitations of legacy software. All the browsers are made by big companies who just want to keep you as a consumer. Why not just move to something that allows you to just express your creativity without any limitations?
We're opening up the internet of pairs.
Yeah, definitely.